You're listening to Hackneyed, a weekly podcast where my friend Sky Ferguson,
she doesn't actually care what I say about her. She just loves getting airtime.
and I can't keep going on about this guy. I sound like I'm obsessed.
Are you?
Get to know each other better while sharing stories and lessons learned while living in London's trendiest borough,
Barcelona.
I'm your co-host and rusty car enthusiast, Aidan Gilbert.
Doing that in my house, there'll be words.
Along the way, we'll discuss our world's hottest topics, such as American politics,
Juliet, look it up.
wine from Lidl,
Guys, I'm not an alcoholic, I promise.
and of course, the latest chart toppers.
But then also, I'm a bit scared no one will be listening by then.
Tune in this week as Sky asks,
I don't know if he's joking or he's crying for help.
and I confirm,
Tom Richardson, hi honey, you want to call out? This is your call out to maybe share that link.
haven't had enough of Hackneyed Podcast yet? Well, we've now gone video. Stream our gorgeous faces in crystal clear HD on YouTube and Spotify video.
Hi.
I love the hair.
Thank you.
Although, well, there's one bit and it needs to go somewhere. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, honey. Honey.
Honey, here we are.
Here we are.
Feels a bit close.
Is this too close?
Oh my God, random pen.
Ooh.
Clear the decks.
Doing that in my house, there'll be words. Also, this voice.
Who is she?
I don't know. Too much partying this weekend.
Too much partying this weekend.
Got a little bit of a cold on Sunday.
Tell me you've got flu, I'm there.
Yeah.
But in my house growing up, no sympathy for being ill.
It's more just like the loss of the voice is very like, what do I do? Ah.
I've got a big show tonight, baby.
Yeah, we've got more stand-up tonight.
We weren't that happy after the last one.
So guys, we were at a certain place in Kentish
In a
Town
certain place.
doing a certain activity called stand-up comedy.
Called amateur stand-up open mic.
Amateur open mic, which is a hateful thing to drag your very lovely friends to. It's the same thing every time. It's like I've invited people there and I'm like, you now have to sit through this. I'm so sorry.
I often think if I wasn't in this, I wouldn't be here. And then I feel bad that they are.
Oh, 100%. I'm like, I would have walked out.
But also the sound didn't work.
And I know, look, a bad artist blames their tools, but
The sound didn't work. What were we supposed to do with that?
Sky and I had no volume. So even our friends
And the
populating
front row.
populating the front and second row were like, what was that?
Also, we say the front row as if there weren't only 3 rows.
Yeah. We were at Tottenham Spur.
Couldn't hear us.
What's it called? Tottenham Hotspur?
Stadium. Yeah, I was with Julia. Oh, talking of which, I need to issue an apology to Julia.
I don't think, well, okay, Julia, not to disregard this this apology to Julia. I love you, Julia. But I think you were fair in your raised voice.
She said that
Phones off, please.
phones off, please. This is a public apology. She said that she doesn't actually care what I say about her. She just loves getting airtime.
That's absolutely it. I was getting asked all weekend, like, why hasn't my name come up yet? Why hasn't my name come up yet? And I started saying my responses like, well, you need to get to know Sky if you want to get a reference in the podcast.
Oh, sorry. Did you not go to a big event and everyone was like, where's Sky?
Oh my God, we were at, it was a 3-way birthday a couple of weekends ago. And yeah, I had Jason Ball, name drop.
A few more listener shout outs. Ella.
That was amazing.
My God, that's amazing. So Ella messaged me and was like, I've just remembered just after I gave birth, I was listening to your podcast in the birthing suite. Hello, what is the first thing you do when you bring new life into the world?
You
Introduce him to Hackneyed.
Yeah, you put the Hackneyed podcast on.
I'm just going to look at my notes.
Yeah.
Oh, talking of comedy.
Oh, yeah?
She did her first international gig.
Let's talk about it.
So I went to Barcelona.
Barcelona.
And my brother was like, do you want to do a gig when you're here? So cute. He organised a little gig for me.
How did it go?
So I did my first 10 minutes.
Nice.
And it was quite funny because we were on the way and because my brother sorted it out and he was like, oh, I think you might have to pay €10, but like they never asked me for it. And I was like, but also sounds fucking legit for like amateur stand-up.
Yeah.
But then someone was doing their set and he made a joke about only being paid €10 and I was like, I'm being paid.
You got paid.
My first paid gig.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
No, I never saw the €10. Don't know if my brother did.
Oh, oh no.
But either way, it's the principle.
Yeah.
We are going to have podcast live though, so we can
We
have
are going to
guests.
have podcasts like, who did I brought
haven't
this
actually
up to
done-
some people and I got a lukewarm response.
I'm really excited.
I am too.
But I think we have to wait till after the summer so people will actually
People
come.
are settled,
But
yeah.
then also I'm a bit scared no one will be listening by then.
Well, this brings me to a point which is call to action to our listeners.
Oh,
Could we do a little bit of circulating this with your broader circle, your friends, your family? Cameron, well done. You've got your mom listening. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Cute.
Tom Richardson, hi honey, you want to call out? This is your call out to maybe share that link the next time with sister, auntie, uni extended circle, that lovely girl you were visiting up in Glasgow or Aberdeen 2 weekends ago named Danielle. I remember the story. These are just some thought
Just some
starters.
ideas. Just some ideas.
Jason Ball, I know you've got a large contingent of Australian homosexuals down under who could maybe make some room in their heart for the whinings and complainings of two
Washed up.
washed out,
We're not even like far along.
washed
enough to be
through,
washed
ran
out.
through.
Also,
amateur
Jason,
comedians.
share it with the king. I saw you with him last week.
Also, Jason, that little blue tick on Instagram, maybe
Yeah.
you give us a little repost in the stories.
It's all on Jason.
All we're asking for.
It's all on Jason now.
Rihanna, maybe we get a little feature in the recap.
Oh.
Just saying.
Good.
You did have your little shout. You had your little on mic appearance this week on Ep 8.
True.
Anyways, call to action to my lovers. Spread the joy. Spread the laughs. Do your sisters,
Maybe we can have a giveaway. We need merch. I'm so excited. We need merch.
That's a whole other kind of
It's a whole other thing.
hurdle to jump. Yeah.
And it's all going to be happening at Hackneyed live in October at the Divine.
At the Divine.
Must email them.
Here, I'm going to do a point now.
Okay, you're allowed to do one.
Should we talk about our Easter weekends?
Yeah, that's cute.
You went to St. Leonard's-on-Sea.
Guys, mark my words, it's up and coming.
Up
The
and
new
coming.
Margate.
Really? I thought Ramsgate was supposed to be the new Margate.
And it might, I don't know anything about it. Don't know I'm trying to get involved.
Logistically, not to rain on the St. Leonard's-on-Sea parade.
Not like the easiest to get to.
Because, they've got the high-speed rail through Margate. That's why people...
Yeah, but also Margate's been going for years.
Yeah.
Obviously, St. Leonard's probably has. If anyone from St. Leonard's is listening,
Hi.
I apologise. But I feel like it's cute. It's got some wine
looked
bars.
lovely.
It's got some little small plates. It's got a cocktail bar.
Honey, wine bar. I'm sold. Whoa.
We had a lovely dinner at a Sri Lankan place. It was so nice. Yeah, it's really nice. It's like Pebbly Beach. They had like.
That's
do you
tough
know
for
those-
swimming, though. Ooh.
I much prefer Pebbles. We've talked
yeah,
about
you
Pebbles versus
hate-
Sand. Oh
yeah.
you told me to grow
Grow
up, which was funny. No, it was great. Do you know about these like trendy little pop-up saunas everywhere? Are you into
I know
that?
of them. I mean, the gay misc gays are fucking obsessed with them.
Yeah, so are my friends. So everywhere we go, someone finds a little pop-up sauna. It was so nice. There's a little sauna on the pier.
Talk me through. So we go sit, we get hot in the sauna.
We go sit, we get hot. Sometimes you get a little hat. Apparently that helps.
Oh.
You get
Headgear.
hot, and then they have like cold plunges. Sometimes they have like a cold bath. Sometimes they just have showers, and then sometimes obviously they're by the sea,
You go
so then
jump
you
in.
can go jump in, and you just go in and out. But it's so nice. But
Is
I
it
feel
actually good for you? I mean, they say the whole...
don't know. Probably in some way, but I feel like it's just trendy, isn't it?
It is. Because you'll see those fitness influencer people who are like, every day at 5 a.m., I get up, I get in my ice bath, and then I go out and I run 5 kilometers. Then I come home and I have a banana. And I'm like, is it actually, are you actually keying up your metabolism by dumping in the cold? Or is this like hyperfixation mindset you already have the reason why your body looks insane?
I don't think it's the cold plunge.
No, I think
that's,
it's the like 3
making
hours
up
you do in
the
the gym.
majority of them looking
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
But
I'm
I
looking
would
for
say
an easy hack.
always hungry after a cold swim, so maybe it does up the metabolism a little.
Sorry, continue, but keep telling us about St. Leonard's by the Me.
By the knee.
I'm just rhyming. St.
Okay.
Leonard's by the Me, St. Leonard's by the Knee.
St. Leonard's by Aiden. This is called St. Leonard's on Sea.
Me.
No, it was just really nice. What
So
did
cute.
we do? We had a lot of wine and cheese.
How far is it from London? Can we get in the Min
Yeah, I'm sure we can.
and vroom vroom?
I'm going to say an hour and a half.
Should we do this as a weekend away?
Yeah, for sure.
You can tell I haven't been drinking for 2 days because you saying wine bars and wine and cheese is like
All you can think about.
the back of my, like this little like sort of monster has just arisen in the back of my brain. That's like Pinot Noir.
Are you trying not to drink?
I am.
Don't think we can crack this open,
Oh.
to be honest.
I am. Yeah, I will. So
Are you going to drink? Oh, no, you're driving.
no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try not to drink again tonight. I'm trying to mindfully drink, not like have a pint after the set
Yeah,
kind of a
sorry.
thing. I'm trying to be more mindful about when I party, when I drink, because
Fair.
I have kind of done the like laissez-faire, just say yes to everything, go crazy, and I am just wasting too many Sundays and Mondays feeling like hell. Then I let everything pile up for Tuesday, Wednesday. I get overwhelmed. By Thursday, Friday, I don't do any of the actual things I should have done because I've done like the bare minimum Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, I'm like rewarding myself for doing that bare minimum by doing nothing. Friday, Saturday, I get back on it. Sunday, Monday, I'm wrecked. And I can't keep this cycle
that's
going.
very
Yeah.
unmanageable.
That's why the podcast keeps coming out later and later. Because really, I should be editing it on like a Thursday, Friday. Have it for you to review by Saturday. Then we're good to go by like early Monday morning kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I just feel like sometimes I'm like, girl, you don't have to have a drink tonight.
Yeah.
You don't need
Do
to.
you drink at home?
We used to. I don't do now anymore. Unless like,
I don't.
love you, Ree. The thing is, we spent all of last week because it was sunny. There was always someone in London Fields Park with a blanket and was like, bring a bottle of wine. So it was very easy to just go do that.
No, totally.
You know?
And that's fun. Well, you are,
When I realized that I can go 7 days a week with having at least, probably one glass of wine a night.
we can get Jo Cross to have an intervention. She'll take you to an AA meeting.
Guys, I'm not an alcoholic, I promise.
It's his favorite thing to say.
I know, I say it too much.
And I'm like, I don't know if he's joking or he's crying for help.
no, I'm not.
So I'll just wait. I'll just wait for him to come
Look,
to his
it's a
own
cry for
conclusion.
help when I show up to you with like an iced coffee cup and I've emptied out half the iced coffee and filled it with like Bell's whiskey. And so it still looks like a black iced coffee, but it's actually just
In
whiskey.
the mini, and I'll be
in the
fuming
mini.
that
And
you're
I
driving.
reek of. I say this because I had a friend in high school who was literally doing that and is now in AA.
Wow, that's quite young to peak, isn't it? Babes, you're young, you've got time.
I got time.
Let's get you rock bottom first.
Now let's really
That'll
bottom
be
out
fun.
this narrative first. Look, I mean, come on. We all know a glass of wine is fun. We enjoy it. But I just want to I waste a ton of money on like alcohol and everything else. So it's just about being more I sound like such a broken like mindfulness
Guru.
aged millennial being like, it's all about mindful
It's
consumption.
so much time with me. That's what it is. For me, it's just the feeling shit the next day. Like, but I'm pathetic. Like, the last time I had a hangover, after my sister's friend's wedding, I genuinely thought I was dying. I was like, well, this is it. I'm going to be dead. And no one will care.
Yeah. I know,
No
just
one will
emphatically,
know.
yep, no one will care.
No one will know for a while.
Yeah, in this place.
Literally.
Julie and I
Everyone-
like breaking down the front door.
Julia will think you've spoken to me. You'll think that Sedona's spoken to me.
It'll be a circle of.
Yeah.
I think I would note. We talk daily. Like I would notice if
I'm counting on you, Julia and Sedona, if I do die.
I would say daily. You and I wake up to like 3 to 5 Instagram and WhatsApp notifications.
True. If you didn't have a meme from me.
Oh my God, Ree has started watching this horrible Amazon Prime series that apparently she's seen before called
watching it?
"The Summer I Turned Pretty."
Oh, everyone loves it.
It's horrible.
Oh, I've never watched it.
It's so the writing and acting is just it's I know it came out before AI was everywhere, but it's like feels like it was written by AI.
Was it the girl and the mum's dead and her big sister goes to college?
I have no idea what happens. I just know she like gets hot one summer, and then there's this whole like the guy in Cormac, like, is he into me? I don't know. And we're like in like it's
That's
like
gonna be
fucking
me
Cape
after my
Cod.
Botox.
Yeah. And her friend keeps like going on and on about like, I'm really uncomfortable with how hot you've become. Her friend, like, it's like all her friend does throughout the show is just.
Does it like? Do you get to see her transformation?
I mean, again, I've only listened to about 30 minutes of it with my back turned to it while I was editing the podcast on Tuesday night. So I don't know, but it sounded awful.
Okay, I'll have to look it up. Sounds good.
This right up your
Sounds
alley.
a bit of me.
So earlier this afternoon, I don't know if this is a good story or not. Let's find out.
I'll tell you.
You let me know. In the grand scheme of like Aiden needs to diversify his actual work portfolio. My cousin Emily has thrown me a bone, or a potential bone, because she works for this property marketing agency. Anyways, he's the lovely gentleman who was showing me around is a bit
You are bold to talk about your future employer like this.
I just got this fabulous email return from him. It was just a typo of like, he meant to say see you then, but he said seizure. Seizure later. Seizure then.
That is good.
And I was like, that's funny.
I've been looking for a new sign off. My boss told me thanks, comma was rude. I think thanks is nice. Thanks.
It's perfectly fine.
He was like, you should say, I mean, he's not really like this, but he was like, I was like, well, what do you think would be better? He was like, best. And I was like, best is what I say when I'm not happy with you.
Yeah, best is passive aggressive.
But seizure later is perfection. It's perfection.
Seizure later. It's also it's all about the tone in your own head when you're reading the email. Like best
True.
and thanks could sound bitchy if you're being bitchy.
Maybe he thinks I'm a bitch. I got an out of office and it started off, I am up to my bald head in strategy planning for blah, 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 blah.
Doing too much.
Wait till you hear how he signed it off. Live, laugh, love, leave me alone.
That... It's almost so shot the moon that I like it.
Yeah, true. So dumb.
It's so stupid that I'm almost coming back around on it.
I just think standard out of office.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
take
out
the
of office.
template.
This
This date
get
to
in
this
touch
date,
with.
email this person.
Yeah,
Thanks,
easy.
Sky.
Again, welcome back to the Business Hub podcast.
This is business hour.
This is business hour.
I'll do a little business corner.
Basically, to go back to the call to action I dropped earlier in the app.
CTA.
If you CTA me, love me, hate me, say what you want about me, but all of the boys... No, shut the fuck up, Aiden. But the reason I bring back that CTA is I'm not going to air our numbers here live on the podcast.
But they're dropping.
So I'd really love everyone who follow those 100 or so followers we have on the Hackneyed Instagram. If you guys would like to maybe cue the pod up again the next time you're doing the vacuuming, folding the laundry, cycling to work.
Someone did say, made a comment where they kind of dropped in that, like, the pod just started playing automatically as the next one, and therefore they were listening to it. But we'll take it.
We'll take it.
Any which way.
Bit dirty. Let's give some examples of when we listen to podcasts in our lives.
Tidying my room.
Cooking my dinner.
Folding my clothes.
Washing my dishes.
Going for a walk.
Driving to Wiltshire.
Catching the tube.
Walking to work. No, we've done it now. But yes, again, share the podcast.
We're hoping that it's getting better with
It
the more
is.
recent ones.
It is.
It is madness and chaos at the start. I'm surprised anyone, sorry to go back to my old ways, but I am surprised anyone would listen to this. Do you know what I would love to know? If you want to out yourself, like, are you someone quite random to us that listens?
Yeah.
Like, did we go to primary school together? We have not spoken since, but you are loving the pod?
Yeah.
Send us a message. There is no shame. We'll have an amnesty. Like,
Post it on your Instagram with a link.
Because I definitely have people that I follow that, like, obviously they must know I follow and I know I watch, but, like, I'm, like, invested in their life. We have not spoken in 20 years.
Oh, I don't know if I have
You're
that
not old
kind
enough.
of a time.
You're not old enough for that.
Embarrassing. I was walking home from work yesterday and Marcus Bateson cycles up to me and is like, hey. And he's like, and I've got like my AirPods in and you can see on my iPhone screen, it's I'm listening to the podcast.
That's perfect.
He was like, what are you listening to? I was like, it's called the Hackneyed podcast. Like those TikToks, you know, where they walk by. Excuse me.
What are you listening to?
The Hackneyed podcast.
My mum thinks it should be shorter. She said 30 minutes max for her.
Well, good news, Joe. We haven't been passing 40 minutes for the last couple of episodes.
Anything else on those notes?
Oh, gosh. Shall I tell you about my Easter weekend? It was really cute.
Can you just tell me what the time is really quick?
The time is, we're about to come to an end, actually. So we got a lovely little group of couples together. We loaded up the Mini. It was very cute, very picturesque. We drove to the South Downs in West Sussex.
Lovely.
Because we were like almost to Portsmouth.
BBC Southern Counties
Yes,
Radio
right
Travel.
on the border of Hampshire.
Lovely.
It was really
What was
beautiful.
it called?
We were in a tiny little village called Singleton, but the closest big thing was Chichester.
Nice.
We were like 20 minutes from Bognor Regis.
Didn't know that's where Bognor Regis was.
Neither did
Would have
I.
thought north with a name like that. What's it famous for? Butlins.
I think, yes.
Juliet, look it up.
Julia, I was surprised that we were there so quickly. Almost the longest part of the journey was driving from Hackney through South London to the A3.
Oh my God, it always is.
Yeah, and it was like once we were there, it was 90 minutes, 70 minutes on the motorway. I loved seeing Jess and Iga. Hi, Jess and Iga. They were in the back seat. They were kind of like the kids, and Rhea and I were mom and dad in the front seat. I'm like very like hands to yourself, in the rear view making no. But I did watch as we got onto like 50, 60, then 70 miles an hour. I watched them sort of look at each other as the sound of the Mini is like really, they've
We've
just
all
heard
been there.
us trundling and bumper to bumper through like Wanstead or whatever. No, Wandsworth?
Yeah, Wandsworth.
There we go.
We
and just
have
watching them look at
actually-
each other and be like,
Is it gonna go? We have all been there, guys, because we recorded the episode. You guys have heard how loud it is.
when we did the Lake District
Oh my God, it's so far.
so far, and it's just the M6 for like 5 hours.
You all just have to sit in silence.
For a period, we read from a book, we listened to music. Archer managed to sleep a little bit in the back, which was quite impressive. No lumbar support though, so we woke up crippled. Bless him. Jason was very gracious, but I knew like he was not neither of them. And that's the other thing is I don't tell people. Because I'm like, you're coming now.
But what did you do when you were in West Sussex?
We stayed in a lovely little house. What the best part was, there was this little like local newsletter for the 4 local villages of like East Dean, West Dean, Singleton, and it was called The Valley Diary.
Love. That's very you.
Oh, we were obsessed. We had the problem was it was April and we had the March issue, so then we're itching for the April issue.
You're gonna have to drive back.
Spoiler alert: we found it in a pub on Easter Day.
Oh my God,
we
I bet
found
you
the
were
April issue.
buzzing.
Oh, we lost it. And there's some like authoritarian local poet named Francis, no last name, who dominates
Ooh.
the Valley Diary with his poetry.
Maybe he edits it.
I think he does. And
What else is in there?
It's numbers for like local services. It's ads. It's Goodwood. The race circuit has like a big ad in it.
Oh, you were near Goodwood.
Really near Goodwood. You could see it from the top of the valley. But what was also very telling about Francis's poetry was there was always a slightly Tory message at the end of them. There was this one called like The 3 Bears, and it was basically this whole idea of like, yes, it would be so nice to let all these bears come into my home, but realistically, I don't actually have the means to host these bears. Pointedly, there was a pair of pandas amongst this story. It was wild.
Wait, the hell, we need to get a copy. Did he take it?
I tried to remember to, and I left it.
Francis, you need to have a word with yourself.
And then there was another one about like someone letting their dog shit in the pub garden.
A poem.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is amazing. He's just using poetry to get all his fucking rants out. Do you think you saw Francis on that trip and you just didn't know it was Francis?
We might have done. I mean, the thing with
Imagine
Easter,
you're in the pub laughing your heads off at Francis' poetry and he's sat next to you.
We were a little, when we found the April issue in the neighboring town, I think we were in West Dean at that point. We were like, keep it down because Francis could be around.
Francis is probably a woman and a big fat turf, just like J.K. Rowling.
I was wondering, but someone said it was spelt the masculine spelling of, I don't know if there's a male and female spelling of Francis.
True, but it can be both. That was me
gave
assuming it was a man.
I don't know why. It just gave man more than a woman. I mean, only to say that the rhyming around the dog pooping in the pub beer garden was
Basic.
It was a bit clunky. Yeah.
And if there's one thing women know how to do,
It's just add a,
it's rhyme.
it's the one thing you guys are good for.
It's one thing we're good for.
It's one only thing you can do is rhyme. But no, it was really lovely. The only low points were like the hot tub, which was sort of the big feature of having the house, was the water was a
Oh no.
was not like, and everyone else was being blasé about it, and we didn't really notice until the second day when we were in there in sort of like late afternoon, and it was like, ooh, these really unhappy bubbles are forming, like scummy bubbles on the surface.
You didn't get sick.
We're all okay, but yikes.
Oh my God, that's funny. That sounds fun.
And then we wake up Easter morning and there's police parked all outside our house. They've been chasing some illegal rave that's been happening in the woods.
And you didn't even hear it?
Didn't even hear it.
Oh my God, you'd have been down there.
Didn't really look our crowd. It was sort of creepy little teenagers, but
Did you cook?
we did a beautiful roast for Easter Sunday. It was really nice.
That's so nice.
The Le Creuset, I bought a Le Creuset in Bognor Regis.
Yeah, you went on a... That's funny.
Holiday admin. I brought the 2 really big burly guys who came in because I didn't want to get disappeared on a Facebook Marketplace pickup.
Buying a Le Creuset in Bognor
From a
Regis.
pensioner in Bognor Regis. I'm not going to die, am I? It was a whole palaver finding a cash machine, getting to the place, blah, blah, blah. But it came in, we used it every night we cooked there. We did a curry in it.
So cute.
It was fab.
Hate
so do we need
to bring this to a close. I gotta go.
Oh shit, she's got to get on a call.
I've got to go. I've just
She's
got
got
to
to go.
Bye, guys.
Bye.